Okay, so now we are going to do the low poly. For this, I'm going to use pixies. You can use the plasticity exporter as well, or the Moi 3D software if you don't have pixies. So let's start this buttstock. First, I'm going to remove some edges because it's easier to remove them here instead of the low poly. So delete that fillet. We can delete these two as well, and we can add them later in Max. And we can remove those pieces because we are not going to see them anyway. And I will go for a higher poly count since this is a portfolio piece. Okay, let's see here. We can leave it as it is, and now we can attach these two together. So Boolean union, and now this is one piece. Export. I'm using step file. Give it a name and save it with this. Okay. And now in Pixies, just raw import and select the file. And just check the wireframe so we can see the mesh after. So for this, go to CAD and tessellate. And you can try to go for high first, and if it's too low you can go for very high, and this one is a bit too low for what we need. So undo, select again, go tessellate and select the very high preset, and this is much better. Okay, and before doing this, let's go back in plasticity, and I will show you how to solve some of these long triangles and stuff like that. So let's go back, and to fix that we can always add some more edges like this, and we can add one here and this side as well. And let's just, and we can add one here as well, because as you can see here, these are very long. Plasticity, and let's export again. Okay, delete this one and let's import it again. CAD tessellate, this is almost everything that we are going to use in Pixies. And as you can see now, we don't have that long triangles, and here as well. That's looking better. And this stuff, I think it's okay, or maybe we will fix it in Max. And now we can export. I already have a name here as FBX. Save. And we can delete this one. And in Max, let's create a new layer. And do low poly and import the exported file. And here we have the exported low. We can add the material so it's not that white. Okay, so let's move on to the next piece. We can hide this now. Let's select this one, export. Okay, in Pixies, import. And let's see. And this is okay. Save. And import. Okay. Let's hide. Let's do this piece. It's looking okay. We don't have anything to delete from here. So let's export it. Delete that one, import a new one. Let's run again the tessellate. That's looking fine. Okay, export and import. Let's hide this and export that one. Init, import. Let's tessellate. It's looking okay. Export. This will be much of the same thing, as I don't really have something to say, but we will do some more optimization in Max after we export everything. Let's hide that one and select this one. Let's see if we can delete something. No, this is fine. Export. Oh yeah, one thing we can do here is to go in plasticity and we can delete this whole. So we don't do it in Max, we can do it here. This one I will not delete because we have this part here, so we need that whole. We can delete this one. We will just bake that down. And let's export again. And run tessellate again. Okay, let's export. Let's move to the next piece. Hide this one. And this, I think we have that already in the high. Yeah, and we can just duplicate those, but not this one. Just duplicate that, move it to the low poly layer, and we can just delete the modifiers. And now we have the low and the high as well. And we will do some more optimization when we have everything. Okay. So we can hide those. These two as well. And this hide. Let's do the grip. For the grip, we can delete these details because we will bake those down. Let's see if you can select those like that and unselect these faces. And unselect this and delete. And now we can just mirror this. Okay. And we can, I think we can attach those together. Let's see a bit the high, how it's looking. Or let's just let them separated. Okay, so let's export this. Okay. I think we can export them both of them. Just export. Okay. Import. And now we can do explode CAD bodies, because when we export more than one object, it's in pixels it will count as one. So we just go to CAD and export explode bodies. Okay, and now we have them separated, and we can run the tessellate for both of them. And as you can see, it looks really nice. It's, the edges are continuing in the bottom part. So that's good. Let's export. And import. Okay. Now I can hide. Let's do this side. Let's do this one first. Export. Delete. Import. Tessellate, and let's try. And actually it looks okay, but I want some more resolution, since this will be right in front of the site. So let's just undo tessellate, and we can do 0.5. Enter and execute. And now we have some more edges. And that looks good. Let's export and import. That looks okay. Let's hide it. Let's select that one and export. Let's import and tessellate. Go again for the very high preset and execute. That looks okay. Let's export. Hide. Sorry for the airplane if you hear that outside. And let's send this as well. Export. Import. That looks okay. Let's export it and import here. Okay. Hide. Now we can do that one and this one. Okay. Delete. When you have this kind of blue edges, that means there is some kind of, I don't know, open edge or something like that. And if we try to do the tessellation, you can see we will have an open edge there, not even the polygons are connected. But it shouldn't be a problem because we can fix that in Max. Or you can try to fix it in CAD. And this is okay. Let's export. If you want to make it higher in Polygon, just do what I did before, just go for a lower number here. So let's import those. Seems like I didn't export it, so let's export and import. Okay. Sometimes plasticity exports with a dummy, so we can just select those dummies and delete them. And here where we had that open face, we can select those open edges and bridge. And now we have that face. Okay. We can hide that one and this one as well, because I think that one we have it in the high. So we just duplicate this one, move it to the low poly, and delete those chamfers and the turbo smooth. Okay. Now we can do the Picatinny rail. Let's export. Okay. Delete. And let's do tessellate. Here we have the same problem with very thin triangles or very long edges. And you can fix that in plasticity if you want to add more vertical edges like this. But I will fix that in Max for this particular piece. And let's export it. And import. Yeah, don't forget to save from time to time. Let's select all of these. And export them. Let's delete this one and import. We can explode bodies. So we have them separated. Select all of them and tessellate. And that's pretty good. Let's import. And if I need to do any optimization to this, I will just do to one of them and just copy to and replace. But this is looking okay for what we need. Okay, let's hide those and this one as well. Now we can export this one as well. Delete those. This is good. Export. hide. Now let's for this piece we can boolean these two pieces together with union. Let's delete those little edges and these two as well, and we just select that one like that. Okay, now we can select all of this and export. And let's import. Let's do explode and tessellate. And this is looking nice. And now export them. And import. And for those little pieces, I think we have the high poly for that. Just select that one and this one, duplicate, move to the low poly and delete the modifiers. And we have the low almost. Let's hide, hide, and hide. That one I will just duplicate in max, just hide it. And this we can delete as well here, here, and here. And this one we can delete. Okay. And I'm going to add some edges here, so we don't have again those thin triangles. Just add one here and one here as well, just snap to that vert. And we can add one here as well. And one there. And one here. And I will add one here. Or there and here as well. So we can delete this as it will not affect the silhouette. And we can bake that down. And we can add an edge here as well. And let's do one here and one here and one like that and here as well. And let's see how it looks. Export. Okay, let's delete those. Import and let's do tessellate. As you can see, these are terminating here. And this we will fix later because we can terminate them here. That looks okay. Let's save. Export. Import. Okay. Let's hide. Select this part now. Okay, let's select and delete this. We can add an edge here, add one here, one there, one there, and I think we can add one here. And one here as well. And here as well one. Let's export. import and tesseract. That's good. Let's export. Okay. Let's hide. Can select that one, this one, that one, and let's just delete it. And this one, I think we have it in max. Let's hide. And this one, let's delete those faces. And we can delete those faces as well. Because we're going to bake that. Select those, delete, and this one we will let it like that because it has a bit of silhouette going on. Okay, now let's select all this and export. Delete that one, import. Let's select and explode bodies. And let's try tesseract and execute. That looks fine. Export and import. Okay. Let's hide and select this piece and this one. Export. Explode bodies. And tesseract. Let's delete this one, select that one and export. Let's import in max. And for the other piece, let's delete these faces, the inside. We are going to bake that down. This one we can hide and export again. Tessellate. This is good. And export. Okay. Hide. And in Max, let's unhide. Let's select this piece. Duplicate. Move to low poly. And delete turbo smooth. That's okay. Let's select these two. Export. Explode bodies. Tessellate. Export. And bring them to max. Looks okay. Hide. Hide this one as well. And here we can delete the inside. This one we can hide. This one as well. And we can delete the inside here. Let's delete redundant topology. Can delete this hole. And can let that one for now. I can hide these bullets. And let's select. We can delete this one as well. Also these faces, because they are very small and we're going to bake them anyway. it. Let's try to select it like that and unselect. And delete. Yep. And we can delete this one. And now let's select everything. And export. Import. Select and explode bodies. Select everything and deselect. Let's see. It looks okay. And export. Okay. And for the spiral, let's duplicate, move to low, delete the turbo smooth and chamfer modifier. And the edit poly as well. And we can make this eight sides should be enough. Let's see if we smooth this out. Maybe it's a little too low. Let's go 12. That's okay. Let's leave it like that for the moment. Okay. And for the high poly, let's hide this and this and this one as well. And because we need to add that detail there, let's hide this and export this one. Okay. Delete this. We could export this as an OBJ, but let's do it like this for now. Export and import. Move it in the high poly. And we can delete that face and those faces as well and just extrude it after. Let's add the symmetry to reset the normals and move it there, collapse and delete. And you can move this there. Let's delete that face and bridge. Set one smoothing group and this one another smoothing group and add a chamfer modifier. Let's select that face and convert to edge and add a chamfer and a turbo smooth. And there it is. Can bake that down. Okay, let's resume back to the low poly. Hide that one. And for the top part, I think I will delete this detail. Let's select everything. And unselect those. And delete. We can delete this one as well. And this one. And let's add an edge here. One here. And one there and one there. Like that. And here as well. And we can mirror. And let's export. Import. And tessellate. Let's add some more edges here. One there and one there. And the mirror. And let's export it again. That looks better. And we need to add them inside as well. Let's delete and let's add them. One here, there. Mirror. And that's okay. Let's export. Looking good. And export. Okay. Now let's hide that one. And for this one, I'm not going to remove those because we have this kind of cut there. Okay. And let's export. Import. And let's see what we get. Yep. Again, we need to add some edges. As you can see, we have a lot of long triangles. Let's delete, go back. Let's add some edges in the middle first. Let's see if we select them. Doesn't work. So add them one at a time. Okay, and add one here, there, there. like that. And we need to add some here as well. Let's add one here first. And let's add them here as well. Okay, let's see now. Export, import, and tessellate. Now we have a cleaner mesh. And export. Okay, let's hide. These two hide, that one hide. Let's bring up the high poly. And select these. And that one. Let's duplicate and move them to the Lowpoly. Now we can delete the modifiers. For the high poly, we need to make a hole here. Let's insert and move in. We can delete that one. Let's add again one smoothing. This one smooth and one smooth. And add again the chamfer modifier. And now we have a nice hole there that we can bake. We can make a copy and align here, and we can delete the old one. Okay, let's go back to the low poly. Let's make a copy for the low. And align here. Can delete those. Okay. Hide that one. Hide this, and we can do the magazine. First, let's add some edges again. One here, one here, there and there. And here as well. One there, one there. And we can do a little fillet here, because our poly got a bit round here after the polish process. So we can add that, and here as well. Just match. Okay. We can delete this chamfer as well. We can add an edge. Here and one here. And now we can export these objects. Export, import. Let's explode and tessellate. Okay. Okay, let's export this. I'll just select export. Okay. Let's hide. And we can delete those faces. Let's try to delete this one first. And now this. If for some reason when you're trying to delete that is not working, it's better to redo the object or just this area. So we just let's make a copy for that edge and another copy and move it here. And now we can select these faces and this one as well, and let's shift delete. And as you can see, we had one edge remaining over one face there that we couldn't select it. So let's try now to delete only those faces, and now it worked. Now I can delete this, we don't have to redo. Okay, and now we can select this and send it here, import, and tessellate. And maybe we will do this in Max from scratch, but I think it's okay for now. Let's save and import, and here we have the barrel. Okay. Let's hide it. And we can make a duplicate for this and move it to the low poly and delete turbo smooth and here as well. And now we can hide those. We can let's do those, export, import, explode bodies and tessellate. That looks fine. Export. Okay, let's hide those and hide this because we have those in the high poly and we can just make a copy, move them in the low and delete turbo smooth. This one can be deleted because we will bake it down. Delete here and delete this one as well. Okay. And now let's select those. Import, explode and tessellate. And we can export it. hide. Let's hide those. Okay, so hide this one, this one, this one. And we can delete that one. And we delete this. Let's select and deselect. And delete. And let's delete those faces. And this as well. Okay, and let's select all of them and export. Import. Select everything and explode bodies and run tessellate. And this is looking good. And let's export. And import. And go to the high and let's bring those back. Duplicate, move to low, and let's delete the modifiers. And here we have the unoptimized low poly. We will do some little optimizations again, since this will be for a portfolio. But some optimizations we need to do. Also, there are a lot of faces that we will never see. So and what I like to do now after importing everything is to select everything and do a symmetry, because this will reset all the smoothing and normals. As you can see, everything is resetted without the symmetry. I don't know, it has some kind of locked normals, and we don't want that, because if I want to go to add different smoothing groups to the faces, we cannot do that because they are locked. So by adding a symmetry modifier and move it out the way, everything will be resetted, and we can go and add our personal smoothing groups, and we can just add a edit poly and delete that one and collapse, and there it is. And now we will start optimizing some of the pieces.